gonna watch his. I'm gonna watch his reaction after this.
Man, his reaction.
Him and expressions. The Spurs just lost.
Expression. Man, you should have seen the expressions. I watched his live stream. Oh,
you know them way there. You know
them way there, fam. You know them way there, fam.
Fossil football.
Let me. It's sticking out here. Let me get my Febreze, fam. Where's my Febreze?
Trophy Mourinho.
Oh my god, that guy's too funny, man. Oh my god.
Spurs got slapped today, man. Spurs got slapped.
Man, what the fuck happened to Gundogan, man? Holy
this guy's playing like peak Lampard.
I swear, man. I swear.
Player of the year.
Man, the way he sat down, what's his name?
Davinson Sanchez.
Sanchez.
That was like
shit.
I swear he's garbage. I remember this moment in first half. This moment in first half, he was shitting himself so hard.
Yeah.
He literally just like passed it into nowhere. Like he was being pressed and he just passed it out of play.
He's a disgrace.
He's so bad, I swear, man. And there was a second moment in the second half. This guy lost his footing when he had the ball, just because he was being pressed.
Yeah. I saw that.
This was the same defender which Ali was saying.
Making Lindelof proud.
Yeah.
Lindelof is my Sanchez, man.
No, man. Lindelof and Davinson Sanchez, same thing.
No.
They shut themselves under pressure.
Lindelof is way better than Davinson Sanchez.
Man, come on, Sanchez. Did you see the way he judged the ball when Ederson kicked it to Gundogan?
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
Gundogan just nudged him and that was enough to send him away.
Yeah, Gundogan just touched the ball once, one fadeaway, and he was gone. He was swimming for his life, man.
That was like
front strokes.
Jerome Boateng versus Barca.
I swear.
That moment, all over again.
But at least Messi changed direction, right?
At least it was Messi, not freaking Gundogan, man.
I'm pretty sure even Gundogan didn't expect that. He was like, "What?"
You know when Gundogan shot the ball, Davinson Sanchez's head was like level on the ground.
Yeah.
He was doing a Phil Jones.
Yeah. I think even Gary Lineker was having a bit of fun on Twitter. He was like, "I shouldn't be laughing, but."
Gary Lineker was having a blast when Leicester was winning. Freaking.
We'll get into that in a bit.
But man, that Gundogan thing, you know what it reminded me of? Remember when Firmino set Torreira on his ass like a few years ago when Liverpool beat Arsenal 5-1?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that, right? When Firmino bagged the hat trick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, exact same scenes. But
This
at least he was
fake
Brazilian,
shot and he went
man.
straight to ground.
Yeah. But at least he was Brazilian, man, not German. Come on, man. At least he got the sauce. Like,
All right,
on the ground by a German kebab maker.
I swear.
How good was that assist from Ederson, though? The ball to Gundogan to even get there.
It was amazing. But the thing is, Gundogan made it. I mean, Sanchez made it better than it looked. That's the problem.
He should have dealt with it, right?
That's
he
true.
He
should have just cleared it. Yeah, headed
Man,
away.
one thing I have a problem with footballers is that, like, unless you're a defender or unless you're a Cristiano Ronaldo, dude, why is it that they cannot judge the ball in the air? Like, man, you hoof the ball and it's like their brain shuts off whenever the ball's in the air. They can't judge it. I don't know what it is about them. They just can't judge the ball in the air.
Yeah, another thing is like they're always looking for the foul.
Yeah.
Very similar to Mustafi and Aguero. If you guys remember.
When he turned him.
When Aguero just touched him on the back, Mustafi started looking for a foul. Do your job, defend first, and then play to the whistle. Referee's gonna give a foul if it's a foul. Maguire does the same shit all the time. He falls over on his face and he's like looking at the referee while Calvert-Lewin's through on goal.
Yeah, I don't know
Man,
what the hell.
Do your job first.
Man, that's a problem, dude. They can't, like, you're right, they're just looking for fouls, and on top of that, they can't be here. I don't know why, like, football for your life, man. Why can you not judge the ball in the air?
I mean, perfect example of that is Phil Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
For the man. He's been playing football for like 10, 15 years. Still can't judge a football.
You'd know everything about him.
Word, man. Him and Smalling, Chuckle Brothers.
I swear.
We have the new Smalling and Jones, Lindelof and Maguire.
Freaking disgrace. But at least Lindelof is better.
Yeah,
Lindelof is clear of these mugs, man. Even Eric Bailly, man. Eric Bailly is actually really good. It's just that, okay, look, he has a rash decision in him. Whatever,
he has a
man,
brain
like, shit
fart in
happens.
him, like at least
Yeah, yeah,
once a game.
but man, like his overall game is actually sick. Like he's quick, he's strong, he's good. He has a man when he tackles. Oh man, even the ball feels it. Like it's
He
insane.
takes the man out with him.
Exactly.
Like he clears everything in his way to get the ball.
Exactly, man. His tackling is insane as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, today watching Spurs, they look clueless going forward. It's
Yeah.
just like Son is doing his own thing. Did you see how often he was slipping in the first half?
Yeah.
Every time he got the ball, he was like on ice skates. I was like, man, change your shoes at halftime or something. This is like Spurs' best player. Like he should be the one leading the attack. But Kane looked like the only threat going forward. His free kick that hit the
that was amazing, man. Honestly,
Lamela on the counter attack.
Dude, Lamela needs to release the ball.
That guy's so frustrating to watch, man.
Dude, you know Son was through the. I don't know if you noticed, but the first half, Son was through, man. I don't know why he didn't slip him in. You could have just.
Yeah. There were so many moments in the first half. A pass was on for the counter.
Yeah.
This guy would just like dribble, take 5-10 extra touches, thinking he was Messi or man, honestly. But his only quality is like if you play the ball into him, the ball sticks.
Yeah.
He's like good at holding the man off, but when you ask him to like play the final pass, he's gonna let you down, man. He's not your guy.
He's gonna ruin the attack.
You know what's funny? You still haven't mentioned the worst attacker of Spurs yet, Lucas Moura.
I mean, there are a lot. Yeah, Lucas Moura.
I mean, he was so bad that you didn't even notice he was playing. I didn't know he was playing.
He actually looked better under Pochettino. When Pochettino played him, like he actually played well. But now under Mourinho, he looks clueless.
No, that's not true.
That's
not true.
Man,
even under Poch, he didn't have anything. Listen, he just peaked against that one game versus Ajax, that's his career.
He was good in that UCL, man. That whole year, it was pretty decent.
No, not really. Even in that UCL campaign, it was Son. You know, it wasn't Lucas Moura. All right, man, Lucas Moura just bagged that hat trick out of nowhere, and credit to him. Like it was really incredible.
And man,
but he hasn't been good since his PSG days. He hasn't been good since his PSG days.
That Spurs Liverpool final would have been a different game if Lucas Moura started, man. Like, let's be honest.
Listen, that's another debate, and we can go down that rabbit hole if you want to, right? But even like after that Champions League final, right? Even the 2-3 months that he did play after that final, after they lost to Liverpool, they were bad. Okay. Lucas Moura was bad. The whole squad was bad. There were a few players that were awful. And one of them was Lucas Moura. And that's continued.
Yeah, after
that guy's 31.
He was really bad.
That guy's 31. He's peaked. He's declined. He doesn't belong to a club that's aiming for top 6, top 4.
Honestly, if you look at a Spurs squad, except for Kane and Ndombele and Son, everybody is shit. You know, like Højbjerg is okay. He's not bad. That's pretty much it. Everyone else, man, Lloris is shit. Did you see Lloris today? Oh my god, man!
For the second goal,
the penalty, he should be saving that every day. It was down the middle, man. There was no power. Exactly. And then the second goal, Gundogan, he just shot that out of just because he was being pressed. He didn't mean to score that. He just shot the ball because that was his last resort. Let that in. There was no power on it, man.
It slipped under his hands. The first goal, it slipped under his hands. Second goal slipped under his hands. Third goal, what was the third goal again?
It was Davinson Sanchez falling face first.
Oh yeah, okay, like Lloris, whatever. Whatever.
Like, I mean that finish you can't. I mean you can't like
That was probably just on Sanchez. Freaking so shit.
So let's talk about the first goal, the penalty incident. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, you know what? It was probably a pen, man. Like it was Gundogan won the pen, right? Yeah, he trapped the ball.
Gundogan won.
He trapped the ball. He did a little fadeaway, and like
But he didn't.
He tackled him.
He didn't. He didn't actually did a fadeaway. He actually lost control of the ball, right? And Gundogan sticks his leg out because he's lost control, and Højbjerg's already in the motion of going for a tackle.
Man,
and
VAR
it's a coming together.
With VAR around, like they're gonna give it a pen. But man, let me just talk about the refereeing for 1 second, man. The refereeing, I'll get to the Liverpool game in a second, just so people think I'm not fucking biased, right? But man, even in the City and Spurs game, dude, City would foul Spurs, and then like Lamela would, he'd stay on his feet, and then the City player would what's it called? No, the Spurs player would foul the City player afterwards, and the ref would give it a foul.
I think the
Like,
exact incident you're
what the
talking
hell, man?
about
I know which fall you're talking about.
Jesus
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Lamela
Jesus.
and
Yeah. I think it was Jesus. Yeah,
it was a yellow. That was a yellow.
and dude, he literally kicked him. It was a blatant foul, man. Like, oh my god, dude, the refereeing this year has been disgusting.
Pep Guardiola has turned all 11 of his players into David Silva.
I swear, man.
They're just gonna foul you whenever they can.
Yeah.
Like
And-
Bernardo Silva came out, with that intent of chopping players down.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
You can
I
see
think
it.
he picked up a yellow like after 20 minutes or something, because that was
Exactly.
intent was.
Yeah. I mean, that's how Guardiola sustains his football. Like, he traps teams in their own half by hacking them down as soon as they try to build a counter.
Exactly.
He's been doing that since his Barcelona days.
Man, in
Yeah.
18-19, even in
Shouldn't
the
be a surprise.
18-19 season, like Fernandinho, he would, man, that peak Fernandinho, amazing, by the way. But like, as soon as he would be playing that CDM role, as soon as the other team would be like,
Like, this guy would foul at least 9 to 10 times in a game and pick up a yellow card like the 80th minute.
exactly.
Unlike picking up a yellow in the first half and being cautious for the rest of the game.
Like
This
yeah,
guy was a very smart when it came to hacking
man.
players down at the
He
right
knew,
time.
yeah. Pep, man, the thing with Pep is that he knows he's taught his players so well when not to foul and when to foul.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. But
I was just thinking, what happened to when Mourinho told these guys to be intelligent cunts in the
Yeah.
documentary? They should be the ones hacking City down.
man, like, I mean,
I remember
man, Spurs, like,
when Mourinho actually said that, right? I think Zinchenko, what's his name? He was on a yellow and he got a red, and it worked.
Yeah.
Spurs won that game
Yeah.
2-0. But
Exactly.
you can see towards at the end of last season, Spurs had a mentality that they were like going towards. They were finding these big results out of nowhere. All right, then COVID happened and whatnot. Injuries happened. Spurs were hit quite hard with both Kane out for ages, right? This season, it's been very different. I feel what I feel and what I've read is that Mourinho didn't get a center back. Mourinho needed a center back, and he didn't
he
get one.
wanted Skriniar. He wanted that Inter Milan center back Skriniar. But
He
they never-
wanted a couple. Milan Skriniar was like his second option. I do not remember who his first option was. Right now he's stuck with Eric Dyer and another person.
Davinson Sanchez.
Eric Dyer is so
today
bad,
it was
man.
Davinson Sanchez, but after today, do you think he'll play? No. Who does he bring on? Toby Alderweireld. He'll also make a mistake like this. Who do you bring on? Joe
I guess out of
Rodon.
necessity, he'll just
Joe
stick him at the
Rodon.
back again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you start playing Japhet Tanganga as center back. Next thing,
Okay,
right?
no,
Ben
hold on,
Davies
hold on.
at center back.
Tanganga's actually a decent player. He's actually a decent
He's
player.
being paid out of position, I think.
Yeah,
He's a
I think he's a center
center
back. Yeah, he's
Okay,
actually a good player.
today he was playing right back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, understandably, because Aurier against that attack or whoever it is, they're gonna get ripped into shreds and probably give a couple of penalties. But Tanganga, he's still not that level. For the second goal, he was just standing there. It was from his side. Regardless if he's a center back or a right back or a defensive midfielder, you're in the box and a shot's coming. You shouldn't be flat-footed. I'm not even gonna get into
Thing is-
Sissoko because we all know.
Sissoko
We
shouldn't be a
all
footballer.
know. To be
He
honest,
should be in MMA.
I don't even think he should be in MMA. I don't think he's
He
so
should be a rugby
flat-footed. I don't think he'll be able to move.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Sissoko is such an. He can't pass.
16 anymore, man. When he was
Exactly.
playing in the Euro 2016 final, running past players. That time is long
Oh
gone.
my! I remember that.
That time is long gone,
Oh
man.
my god! I remember that. Damn, that feels like freaking ages ago, man.
Yeah.
Wait, who was he playing before? He was playing for Newcastle. Oh
Newcastle.
yeah. He did that. He did that so he can get a move away. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Sissoko. He's
But yeah,
man,
the second goal, I don't think it was Tanganga's fault. It was all down to Lloris. Like
man, Lloris, he
Gundogan
should
was
have
being
saved
shown
it.
down the outside, just
Yeah,
like the first goal, and like Spurs couldn't help themselves.
I
Like first
understand.
goal,
Yeah, no, I don't want to say it's only Tanganga's fault because that's not accurate at all. Yeah, Lloris is to blame for the final save, right? But
yeah,
I believe it was Tanganga, Sissoko,
there were 5 players against 3 Man City
and
C
one more
players.
player, and they're just standing there.
Yeah,
And Davison Sanchez had his like hands behind his back, trying not to give a
yeah,
penalty, right?
yeah,
From that close of
Let's-
an angle, no ref is gonna give a penalty unless if you're actually stopping it with your hands palm forward.
yeah,
So I don't
yeah,
know, like in that close of an angle, it's not even in the like it's in the 6 yard box.
yeah.
yeah.
So there were 3 or 4 defenders just standing there. So if the range was so close that okay, I can say Laurie should have saved it with his feet, right? He went down with
Yeah.
his hands. I don't think any goalkeeper is taught to save a ball that low with his hands.
Man, the problem is like if you, I mean that's true as well, but like still, man, he should be doing better there. Like he should be at least parrying it away. Like
It shouldn't even go in. He got like a hand to it. First of all, he shouldn't be like he moved his foot so he can put his hand down there.
yeah, he should have done the David De Gea or Prime me, when I was a solid goalkeeper and I used no hands. Good
If
old
it,
days.
I think he did do a prime you. Tried to jump over the ball.
Oh my god. But man, Eric, as expressions would say, Eric diabolical. Their whole team, man.
The
Ben
only-
Davis is average. Ben Davis is
Yeah,
average.
he got
Ben
done by
Davis is
Sterling
average.
on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
Every time
yeah.
Sterling took him on, he got rinsed
He got
6,
skinned.
7 times in the game.
For sure.
Mourinho probably calls Sergio Reguilon every day, asking him how's he doing, when is he coming back to
Yeah.
full fitness. After
The drop
watching
off in
Ben
quality
Davis.
is
Reguilon?
huge.
Who, Reguilon?
Yeah,
Yeah. Reguilon is like 100 times better player than the Ben Davis. Let's be honest.
I mean, if you look at this,
And he helps out the attack so much more with his overlapping
Yeah.
runs.
Oh man,
Yeah.
insane.
if you look
Yeah,
at
sorry,
the
go on.
Spurs backline, right? These back four, none of these defenders get into any of the top 6 team. None of these.
They get into Liverpool right now because they have no center backs. But yes,
Will they?
that's true.
Will they? Do you,
about
do, you- do you
Ozan
really
Kabak?
think? Do you really think Klopp's taking
Turkish
Davinson
legend.
Sanchez?
No, I'm just taking the piss. But like, yeah, you're right. Nobody's.
No, they don't even get into Liverpool's backline. If you think about it,
If
Dyer,
you know what? At
Dyer
this
doesn't
point-
get it because Henderson's clear, right? Even at center back, Davison Sanchez,
Yeah.
because that Turkish dude, he's probably better.
Yeah, he's
So-
better. He's better still. Even though he lacks a little bit of pace, he's way better.
Way better. So
Yeah.
none of these defenders are getting into any of the top 6. Like if you look at it, Aurier probably won't is not better than Justin. It's not better. Well, clearly not better than Trent. Nowhere near what's it called?
Robertson.
Robertson. What's it called? Davies. They're no match.
Simicast is way better than Davis as well.
But I
The
haven't
Greek-
seen him play.
No. He's actually solid. He's just made of glass, but he's actually really good. But he's man, yeah. But whatever. But yeah, like Spurs is and dude. The thing is, Mourinho's like teams are built on solid defenders.
Yeah.
Even if he has like an average attacker, if he has good defenders, he'll probably like end up scraping a win from somewhere.
I mean, you need good defenders no matter who you are
Exactly.
and whatever
That's true.
team you're coaching. You look at any of the teams that are doing well. We talk about Aston Villa performing out of their depth, right?
Yeah.
Their defense has been immense. Like their keeper Martinez, Mings, all these guys have been actually really good.
Even Leicester.
You talk about Leicester. They got 3-4 gems this season. They got a new gem in Justin. Soyuncu has been great since last season.
Fofana.
Yeah.
Fofana, yeah.
So all of these teams, if you look at them closely, all the plaudits always go to the strikers, right? But the defenders been doing their job too. You look at Man United this season, all right? They've been playing marginally better than last season or the season before that. Why is that? Is their defense has looked somewhat more solid.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw looks like a new man. He looks like he's in his Southampton days.
Yeah. It looks solid.
Also with Spurs, man, the lack of attacking fullbacks really makes a difference.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
whenever
It does.
Spurs were starting a counter, it was only the front four players
Yeah.
like trying to work something out against the entire City's 11.
Yeah.
The
Man,
fullbacks and their center backs would be on the halfway line because Mourinho knows if he pushes the likes of Davies and
Davis
Tanganga
and
forward,
Tanganga,
these
yeah.
guys are gonna get done for pace.
Yeah, yeah, that's why. That's why. But man, the thing is, you need to take a chance, man, because what was the point then? Like, what were you doing?
Yeah,
How are you
They
going to
did.
create chances
They
without
did.
fullbacks?
They did take a chance, Ali, and Davidson
towards the
Sanchez
end.
fell flat on his face.
I
You
mean,
know,
yeah, that's true as well.
I
But
mean,
like, at that point, you can do whatever you want. Like, I mean, like start the game off and
after
put pressure on City, man. City were just
listen,
taking the piss.
for the first half, you can say, all right, Spurs were a bit more defensive minded, all right, and well, actually, Spurs had the better chances of out of all the Spurs chances. Spurs' best chances came in the first half, right?
Which was
Yeah,
a free kick.
which
Which
was a
was a
free
free
kick. That's
kick.
it.
And
Yeah,
no, I'm also talking about the movement of the players.
They got into good positions, but the final
They
pass
were
was
more
lacking.
fluid.
yeah,
They were more
exactly,
fluid.
exactly. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
That's true.
And then and then Mourinho comes out with a more attacking intent, pushes Ndombele forward, takes out useless Lucas Moura, and he's like, all right, now I'll, shore up the defense more so the likes of Davies and Tanganga have more free space. They
Yeah,
start pushing up, all right, they can't defend. They get caught on. They fall back to defend, they can't defend. They concede a goal. So there's nothing Mourinho can do there. You can't really, especially against a City team in this good form.
yeah.
I don't think no coach in the world could get a result out.
But I think he needs to move past that thing he does where he just gives the attackers all the freedom to do whatever they want. He needs to have a proper attacking setup where there's patterns of play. I didn't see any of that today. Kane's doing his own thing. Son's just
I
staying
mean,
within like 15 yards of him. Lamella's dribbling past a couple of men and giving the ball away. There's no system or pattern to the way they attack to
I mean,
Man
like as
City.
of like when the season started, right there, their system was pretty much Kane gets the ball. Kane was the assister. He was a creator. He was a De Bruyne of the team.
Yeah.
But ever since like Kane got injured for a few weeks, he as soon as he came back, their partnership doesn't look the same. Like maybe they're short in confidence. I don't know what it is, but they just don't look the same. But yeah, like you're right in terms of like Lamella and all these people. But man, again, except for Son and Kane, they have no quality in their team. Like yeah, I know what I know. Like Abdur loves Jose and he's gonna defend him, but in this case, he's right because like I thought he could probably do better with the players he has, but man, these players are shit. Like he has
Yeah.
below average players, especially compared to like City and all these other teams.
So
Even Leicester City has a better squad than Spurs, man.
yeah, and credit due to them. But so now if you're Daniel Levy, right?
Yeah.
Uh, what are you expecting from Jose Mourinho? What are you expecting from the Spurs side?
I mean, if you weren't gonna give him the money and players he needed, then why did you sign him? Because you know what type of manager he is. He's not gonna come around and groom the talent and like buy like a 20 million player and make him a world beater in a few years. Like unless that was the original plan and he was gonna do something like Liverpool did with Klopp, then like what was the point of signing him? I don't understand. Like even Pep, when Pep came to City, he was really bad in the first season because he had like average players like Kolarov and all those Zabaleta and all those people. He got rid of them. Like yeah, there was a long term plan, but right now with Spurs, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Guardiola only did go and spend 400 million on defense. I don't think Spurs are gonna go do that.
That's the thing,
So,
right?
what are you expecting out of Spurs?
That's the thing.
What
Like
what
I
what
mean,
if you're Daniel Levy and you have a meeting with Mourinho right now? What are you saying to him? What are you saying that this is our aim as a football club?
they'll probably fall out, man. He'll be like, yo, Jose, like this is what I want.
That's still
Jose
not
will
an
be like,
answer.
no, no, no.
That's great, but what are you expecting? Are you expecting a top four finish?
Top four at
Yeah, top four,
minimum.
top four,
Top
yeah,
four.
top four, and like Jose got them to a club final, like a final, So
Yeah.
But
that's not.
how realistic is a top four with the likes of City, who are probably gonna win the league, right? With United, Liverpool, Leicester, Chelsea,
honestly, if this was like 2 years ago or like 3 years ago, then Spurs would have had a chance to finish top four. But the thing is, like City has have so much quality now. Leicester have so much quality. United look like a good side. Like Chelsea are looking good as well with the players they have. So, like it's tough now, and like you have to keep up with the times. And Jose's squad is just not good enough in comparison to other teams because you're obviously competing against others, right? And if you're not better than the others, then how are you going to compete against them or finish above them? That's just how it is.
Because after 23 games, Tottenham are ninth now at 36 points.
Yeah.
The same amount of points as Aston Villa with, well, a game and a half because the game's still going on. So you could say just a point more than Aston Villa where they have 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
Chelsea are fifth with 39 points, right? And that like makes up the top 4 in that order: Man City, Leicester, United, Liverpool, and then Chelsea. Even West Ham are on 39 points. Everton are on 37 points
Yeah.
with 2 games in hand. They could be 40, 43 very
Exactly.
comfortably. So is top 4 even a realistic expectation for Spurs fans from the management or anyone around?
I mean, it should be, but it can be, It should be, but it can be because there's just too much quality around. Even Everton, like you mentioned, Everton, like even Everton looked like a good side with Ancelotti, man. Like Calvert-Lewin's firing on all cylinders. Doucouré looks good. James Rodriguez, all these players, they look good, man. So like it's tough. It's tough for Mourinho because his squad is just not good enough.
There's
That's
also
that's tough.
the financial aspect that comes with finishing in top four. You get that extra. I don't know how much money they get,
I
but
think it's like 100 million or some shit. I don't know.
whatever it is, it's
Yeah,
supposed to help the club in the transfer window the following season.
exactly,
So
exactly.
I don't know if he misses out on top four and doesn't win the FL Cup. Is he going to get sacked? Like, what decision does Levy take?
But then is it a smart decision just to sack him
It's
when
not,
you know
man.
that probably no, like, I mean, let's be fair. Do you think, I want your dead honest opinion, do you think there's going to be any other coach in the world that can actually finish top 4 from this position with Spurs?
With
Probably
those
not.
players, probably not. No, but
So
they would
what's
have a
the
better
point?
system. I think they would have a better
Okay,
system going
all right.
forward.
But if you're Mourinho, you can turn around and say, I asked for a right back, I didn't get one. I asked for 2 center backs, I didn't get one. Right? I asked for another midfielder, I didn't get one. I asked for another striker, I didn't get one. I asked for a right winger, I didn't get one. Mourinho can come up and say, I wanted 6 different players, I didn't get any, and I got Joe Rodon and a finished Gareth Bale.
Thing
How?
is, there's other factors as well when it comes to Spurs. They just built a new stadium, and it was a pandemic year, so
Yeah.
not many teams can go out and spend big money on 6 players. So, I mean, he got Reguilon, he got Højbjerg, he bought Bale on a loan, Rodon and whatnot. So, I still think, yeah, he needed his players, but he should be doing better than he is.
Yeah, he probably should be doing better, but man, like it's like the circumstances are just difficult, man.
I
Like
think it's
there's
only
no
going to get worse from here because I've seen it firsthand what it's like with Mourinho. It's only going to get worse.
man. That's the thing, right? Mourinho, like ever since Real Madrid, he's managed Chelsea. He went to Chelsea. He won the league in his first season back, and then like shit happened. But even that Chelsea squad, except for Hazard and Costa, and he had Fabregas as well, I think at the time, like their team was okay. And then like I don't know why like he falls out with the dressing room.
Yeah.
That's a mystery. With United, he didn't get what he wanted either, and now with Spurs, he didn't get what he wanted either. So it's if you're in this position, if you're in his shoes, it's tough being him because he's not getting the support he wants. Like, yeah, we can sit here and be like, oh, Jose, like, why can't you just do better with what you have, this and that. But like, even Pep had to revamp his squad so many times, man, so many times. So like, why can't Jose get the same
Thing
like?
is, not every manager gets what they want. That's just how
Exactly,
it
that's the
is.
problem. That's the
You know,
problem, right?
I
And
mean,
Jose should have known that before he signed for Spurs. He should have
yeah,
known that.
going on that, before when Jose was a free manager, I don't know how, I can't say free agent, when he wasn't managing a club, he said, whichever club I pick next, I want a project. I want I want guaranteed 3 years.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to, like, I just can't turn a club around so quickly on my own in just a couple of months. It takes time
Exactly.
to shift players. It takes time to shift the mentality of the dressing room, right? So going on that, I would assume that if that is what Jose has gone with, he should get another season, right? He should get
He should.
2021, 2022. But given the performances, do you think he'll get it?
I think he should, but the thing is, like, who else? Let's say Spurs fire Jose Mourinho. Who are they gonna hire? Like, there's nobody else. Like,
I mean, I heard
who?
Andre Villas-Boas is getting free.
Uh, yeah, yeah, the BTEC Jose Mourinho himself. Like, man, honestly, they should just give Jose Mourinho a year or two because Spurs aren't a Chelsea where they have such high expectations. Like, they can afford to, and I know it's gonna be frustrating for the fans, but like, it is what it is. You have to do with this shit. They've been dealing for it for so long. You might as well see out another few years and see what happens.
Do you think just a top six finish might be enough to get him another year?
I guess just European football in general should be
Yeah,
enough. I want to see him with a proper transfer window,
yeah.
with the players he wants, and see how he performs.
If he plays like shit, then if he gets what he wants and he still doesn't win or anything like that, then you should probably just say that his time is over, like
Yeah.
straight up. But you guys should also consider one thing: if Spurs don't finish top four this year, do you think Kane and Son are going to leave because Kane and Son are like 28, 27, 29? So like they might leave. Like United might come in for Kane. Who knows? You never know, right?
Do you think
So that's they have to keep that in mind as well.
do you think those clubs after the pandemic year, right, or pandemic years, there's been a season and a half now that's gonna be in this pandemic. Do you think these clubs can actually afford to go out and buy Kane and Son? Because first of all, Daniel Levy, he is a hard ass negotiator. You
Yeah,
know, he does not give up. I remember for Luka Modric, he held out for the last day of the 2011 transfer window or 2012.
yeah,
He held out until the very last day, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Gareth Bale. He held out until the very end because he wants the most money possible, right? So do you think
exactly.
he's just gonna sell Son and Kane cheap? I don't think so. I think they're both going at least 80 million apiece.
Yeah.
I think like that's probably true. But what are you gonna do if the player wants to leave?
Yeah. They
Like
have
Do
to
you
put
think
pressure
any?
on the board from themselves and
Yeah.
in a transfer request.
exactly.
Only
Then,
then would they force Levy's hand into accepting a lower bid.
but honestly, they can probably just sell Son and Kane and buy like invest somewhere else smartly. That's the thing, man. They have to invest smartly. Like even if they leave, because they'll get a lot of money for both of them. Let's say they get like 150 mil for both of them, right? Like you have to invest smartly, and you have to look at who's in the market, this and that. Like
But
so
when you do
it's
that, when you sell your main players and then reinvest, that puts your club back 2 years at least,
it does,
right?
but
At least 2 years, maybe three. You saw it with like Klopp, right? He sold
yeah,
Coutinho 2 years later. That's when all the good things started to happen. You can see there's progress, but it takes time, and sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you sell your best players, and that's it. The club goes finito. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing,
is
right?
that what
Like
Spurs are looking for? Like to
Maybe
go
use
back
that
three
Kane and
years
Son
more?
money. Maybe use that money to invest smartly in 5 or 6 positions like Mourinho is looking for. Because obviously, I don't think finishing outside top four with the new stadium and whatnot, I don't think Spurs have the funds to
yeah,
give players to Mourinho. So if they go on to sell Kane and Son, maybe that could help them bring in 6, 7 players, whatever it is.
exactly, exactly. So I mean, let's see what happens to Spurs. But say you're gonna win the league, that's for sure. They've gone on a 16 win streak, man. 16 game win streak. That's insane.